Hey there everyone, it's Bree here. For today's class, we will have the setup, you need to make sure you're set up before you even start. This is gonna be for those with a reformer of either an infinity bar, like I have the track that goes all the way back, all the way down, or an Allegro or Allegro 2 where the foot bar can move. So if you have an Allegro 2, your foot bar goes all the way to the back last notch. If you have an infinity bar like mine, you will have 3 of those last notches showing on the back. From there, you'll notice that I have a platform board loaded on. If you want, you can totally use your platform by itself. It is going to be a little bit spicier that way. But platform board or a box towards the front of your carriage or towards the front of your reformer is also a way that you can kind of get around that. 1 blue spring loaded on. Let's get started. We're pushing ourselves away and take an underhand grip onto your foot bar. When you have that grip, go ahead and pull one leg, then both legs up to tabletop, maintaining either a neutral or an imprinted spine. Okay, so with the elbows starting above the shoulders, this is your new home. We exhale and pull ourselves under and then back to your start position. Under the foot bar and back to your start position. We go for about 8 of each of these reps. So we got 4 for 4 more. 3, 2, and then last one. Hold the elbows above the shoulders and start your single leg stretch. Pulling one leg in and out. Go 4 each side or 8 total. 2 more on the right and then the left. Last one on the right and the left. And now double leg stretch, but as you pull the knees in, pull into that pull up position. Reach and pull. 6 more. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We take a moment to pause and place your feet down onto the frames of your reformer. Maybe a windshield wiper of those legs from side to side is gonna feel good for you. Just do what feels best. If you want to, you can even slide your way home. But then we'll finish here, back into that single leg stretch position to where one leg is out, one leg is in. Hold that position and pull back up and in. Then as you lower down, switch, then pull. Lower, switch, and pull. Reach out, switch, pull. 4 more. Last 3, 2, and 1. With your feet onto the frames there, go ahead and reach them long until you can either touch the platform or just slide that carriage back in. Again, with that windshield wiper side to side, maybe you're holding onto the shoulder blocks for an extra chest stretch, or you can even reach the arms underneath of your frames there for an added chest stretch. It's up to you. Whatever feels best for you. Now we're gonna roll ourselves onto or up to the side. Let's go ahead and take that foot bar down. We're coming up into a Captain Morgan stance with the right knee onto the carriage, left foot onto the headrest. From there, take the front strap into your right hand. Okay, so here's a little trick. The more that you have your right shin, knee onto the carriage, the more stable you will feel. So just remember that. If you want more challenge, scoot yourself back or find your Goldilocks. Where does it feel best for you? Left hand is either onto the knee, or the hip as you pull, then press right to that point where your knee or shin touches the bar. Okay, I want a little bit more of a pull, so I'm gonna scooch myself back towards the right so that I can get my full arm extension until my shin hits the bar. Okay, doing your best to stay upright for 6 more. If these bother you in any sort of way, go for your half sword pulls. Okay, you're just kind of unsheathing the sword, letting everyone know, like, I got a sword, don't mess with me. 4 more. Tailbone is heavy, pelvic floor still lifting for 3, 2, and then last 1. And then let that arm rotate your body towards the bar, letting that right hand slide into the long loop to then pull back and forth into a single arm chest expansion. If you want your left arm to go back with you, go for it. But holding that twist and trying to even twist yourself a little bit further each time that arm pulls back behind you. 4 more. 3, 2 more. And then after your last one, we'll place that strap down, turning ourselves to face towards the back of the carriage for a little intermission. Your toes are hanging off into the back or into the spring well. Now, I did say headrest down. I'm gonna bring that headrest back up so my left hand can rest onto the headrest and my left forearm and elbow can rest onto the shoulder block. From there, we'll reach forward with your right hand for single arm pull-ups. 8 times your elbow goes wide, and then once you've gotten that awareness and alignment from head to tail, nothing is shifting from right to left or arching through the back, you can then lift your forearm off of the shoulder block, okay, and shift your hips forward over the knees. Shifting your hips back is going to be a little easier. It'll feel stable or more stable. And having that forearm onto the shoulder block will also feel more stable. 3 more. Last 2. And then last 1. When that arm reaches long, go ahead and place your elbow back down. Slide your knees back till they're underneath of the hips. And then with the opposite leg, or in this case, your left leg, reach that out away from you, okay? Feel the alignment or try your best to keep that alignment as you now bend your knee and the elbow, and then stretch back long again. 7. So now you have those same options. 6, to bring the elbow off of the shoulder block. 5, shift your hips forward, back over that right knee. 4, now you're trying to kick yourself in the butt. Keep the left hip down. 3, 2, and last 1. We slide both knees forward, take both hands to stretch onto that foot bar. Just for a breather there. And then we'll switch to the other side. So now left arm onto the foot bar, right hand onto the headrest, right forearm onto the shoulder block. Start scooching your feet back till they're hanging down into your spring well. And then 8 times to pull and press, starting to feel and maintain that alignment of maybe shoulder over wrist, hips over knees. For 6 more. Keep that elbow wide. 5. Find what works best for your body. 4. 3, it's like you're a turtle trying to grow your head out of your shell. For 2 more. And then last 1, okay? Sink the hips back, place the forearm back down onto the foot bar. And then your right leg is now going to extend out. Keep the right hip down as you pull and reach that bar in and then away from you. You can stay here onto the forearm. We got 5 more. Or you bring your hips forward, shoulder over wrist for 4 more. Ooh, I totally forgot the leg kick. So if you want leg kick in for those last 4, 3. Otherwise, keeping the leg long is also a great way to modify. 2, I was just taking the easy way out. And last 1. With that leg reaching long, go ahead and place it onto your platform, letting go of your foot bar, and then bringing your headrest back down to either place the foot, if you had it onto the headrest, place it there. Otherwise, place it, in my case, I'm placing it kind of right before the headrest. Into your Captain Morgan stance. Your left hand is holding onto the long loop, tailbone is heavy, right hand onto the thigh or the hip, and we pull that sword across and back into the right hip pocket. Keeping your thumb up at all times, so give yourself like a thumbs up each time that arm presses away. 5. 4. 3. Really good, healthy for the rotator cuffs. 2. And then when that arm goes long, last 1, let it rotate your body to look towards the back of the reformer. If you want to, both hands press back in the direction of your chest expansion. Otherwise, you keep your right hand on your hip as that left arm kind of cranks you out into that twist. A little bit more, little by little for 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, And you'll place that strap down. Now this is why we have our blue spring on and our platform board on as well. If you are standing on your box, I recommend a red spring. It will feel slightly heavier, but it will also feel like more support. So if this blue spring is a little too light for you, you know that you have like a blue.5 or a red spring as your option for you to come into the standing work, So we're gonna start onto your platform. Go ahead and stand up. Okay, feel out how your feet are underneath of you. We're gonna start with the right foot, spreading the toes out as wide as they can onto that platform. Shoulders are softened down, tailbone is heavy. You have that long neutral spine that's underneath of you. Hands can either stay onto the hips. If you need something to hold onto, maybe go grab something, or if your reformer is placed in front of a wall, you have that as well. Your left foot, the toes are gonna hook onto the front edge of your carriage. When you look down at your feet, make sure that they look and appear parallel to each other, not on a tightrope. We press out into our lunges for 8 and then stand back up. 7, 6, keeping that back leg long and strong. 4, we stay low for scooters in 3, 2, and hold it back, last 1. We bend and stretch in and out, most of your weight remaining into that right foot. 5 more, keeping that pelvic floor. Each time you exhale, pull it up and in, wrap those ribs. 3, hold it long in 2, and 1. Bring your hands to heart center and start to rotate towards the right. And then as you pull that carriage home, bend the knee, look forward, press and twist. If that's a little too much for you to work through, try to separate the movement. So you'll press back and then twist. We got 4 more to work through. 4, 3, leg stays long, in 2, and 1. Now it's a tiny little pulse. Go ahead, turn back forward. A tiny pulse of your right knee bending deeper and lifting back up. Keep your left leg strong, even squinch the booty a little bit more for 5, 4. Yes, the carriage will move because you're moving up and down an inch. 3, 2, and holy buttocks. Bring it back in, turn to the right. From there, right where your flip-flop kind of hits you between your first and second toe, your left foot remains onto that side edge of your carriage. We will sink the hips back into a side lunge and repeat that same sequence for 7 more. 6, 5, wherever the hands feel most comfortable, on the hips, fist palm. Last 2, standing all the way up and hold out, last 1. We bend and stretch, stay low. You got a little limbo bar right over your head for 7 more. 6 more. Maybe try bringing it all the way in. 4, touch the stoppers. 3, 2, and 1. Hold the carriage out and now twist yourself towards the right. As your carriage comes in, you stay low, look center, and press and twist. If that bothers the knee at all, try turning the right toes out about a 10 or 20 degree turn, or maybe think 1 or 2 o'clock on a clock face. We already got 4 more left for 4. 3, the image of wringing out a towel comes to mind here. 2, and oh my goodness, last 1. Good stuff. Oh, dang it, we forgot the forgot the pulses. Get back low, stay low, bend and stretch just an inch down and up for 6 more into that right knee. 5, 4, life happens. 3, 2, at least we're not gonna forget the other side. 1, and then stack up nice and tall. And we do it all again on the other side. Left foot down, right foot back. Spread your left toes super wide. Get them as wide as you can, so the more surface area you have under you, the bigger the foundation, the more support you have. Right toes, spread them onto the carriage. Whew, we go back into our lunge. And so now that we know kind of what's happening what we're looking for, what we're aiming for, what we're working up towards. You can start to do whatever fancy things you want to with your arms. Maybe they start to float up and away for 4 more, 3, 2, maybe they reach forward and pull in. Last one, you stay low, and maybe you continue with that arm bend and stretch. 7, keeping those hips forward. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Get ready to add that twist. Last one, hold the carriage out, fist to palm or palm to palm, rotate to the left, and then you bring the carriage home, stay low, press out and twist, pull in, stay low, center, press out and twist. Okay, if you can do both at the same time, rotate as you press, pull in and press. There's 4 for 4 more. Ooh, strong balance. 3, 2. Okay, we're gonna stay low, stay back, and then look forward as you then pulse down an inch, up an inch with that left leg. Bending in, bending out. Lower down, lower up, or lift up. 5, 4. Oh my goodness, 3, 2. And 1. As you draw the carriage home, you'll turn to the right side with your flip-flop toes hooking onto the edge or the corner edge of your carriage. We get ready to do it again. So now if you want to get fancy with the arms, your arms reach forward, your hips pull back, and you stack up. Your arms come back down behind you. Reach and lift. Reach, pull back. 5, 4. The more your hips move back, the deeper the engagement through the glutes. Last 2, stay out. Last 1, stay low for 8. 7, 6, for 5. Get that deeper hip angle for more glute, more quad. 3, 2, and then stay low, stay out. Twist to the left, pull carriage back in. Twist as you push. Oh man, 4 more. Don't move the body for 3, just the carriage. 2, and hold the carriage out. Last one, look forward. Then from there, lower, lift, down an inch, up an inch. 6 more. Oh man, this side is way more challenging. 4, 3, 2. Oh my gosh, last one. Stand back tall. Ooh, give yourself a round of applause on that booty. We'll bring ourselves, sorry, not quite like that. That was bad form right there. All right, so stand onto your platform facing towards your carriage. As we get ready to push out into your planks, just understand that the further your hands are away from you, the lighter the spring will feel, which technically means more core, less shoulders. The more, or the closer your hands are towards your feet, the more shoulders you will feel and still core. So you choose accordingly. Inhale the arms up overhead, and exhale, roll down, bending into your knees, finding a placement that feels good for your body, and then bending back in for your plank scooters. I'm gonna tuck my toes onto the front edge there of my platform as we press and pull for 6. And of course, if you are on the taller side, walk your hands forward, obviously so that carriage doesn't jam up into the back of your reformer. I got 3 more. Trying your best to keep hips, heart, and head in line for 2. Hold that plank out. Last 1. Okay, so hold that plank and then tiny little walks towards your shoulder blocks and back towards the back of the reformer. So walk the carriage under you, walk the carriage away from you, and then try your best to keep those hips from wobbling. 1 more time out for 4 total, and in as your hands walk in. Oh man, Lower down onto your knees, cat and cow through the spine. Relax. As you push your carriage away, round through the spine, give yourself a little wag of the tail. Woo! Alrighty. If you want to, you can come down onto your knees or onto your bottom, but taking your left hand to the headrest for a side body stretch. Coming back up, and then right hand down to your carriage for that side body stretch. Do that 2 more times each way. Oh, so good. All right, and then after this last one, we'll end with a little bit of the essence of extension. So your hands will then pull back behind you, lift the heart up, bring the gaze or the chin away from the chest, and then round forward, maybe hooking onto the knees. Inhale, lifting, pulling back, and exhaling, rounding forward. One more time, push the arms back through mud behind you, and then round forward to finish. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate any feedback. If you have any, if you enjoy these classes, keep watching, keep liking, keep subscribing. I'll see you guys next class. Bye.